Alright, this time we are going to review Neca's Dracula, which I got for $38 from Big Bad Toy Store, and Hasbro's Marvel Legends Ronan the Accuser, which I also got for $38 from Amazon. These are the retail prices for both figures. Comparing the boxes, there's Ronan, there's Dracula. Off to the side, photo of the product. This is, I think, might be from a comic book page. There you go, it's the back. And the side. And of course, this one opens for presentation. This one doesn't. This has the plastic backing so you can see the figure perfectly well. I'm gonna unbox this just so you can experience with me. I'm gonna throw this out anyway. What you would normally get from a Hasbro product. I want to show this now because I wanted to show this in the 5-pack. I was so disappointed that this is basically what you're ending up with, a Hasbro experience when you're opening product. Trash. You gotta be careful with these paper things because you don't know if you're throwing something important or not, okay? Compared to the experience you're gonna be getting when you open this up. So, let me take them out of the boxes and we'll come back to review soon. Alright guys, we're back and I finally found a use for this white paper thing that's Hasbro's using for their figures as a backdrop for the Neca accessories. This is what came with Hasbro's Ronan the Accuser, a big hammer. And this is the accessories for Neca's Dracula, which basically has 2 extra heads, a plate, 3 extra hands, a base for the bat, a wine bottle, 2 goblets, a candelabra, a pole for the bat, which is right here, and a cape. This cape, I have to tell you, is awesome. I need to find what this cape is, and this is the material that I need to use for my Batmans, and I need to copy the pattern because this drapes so well, and it doesn't have any weights on the bottom, but it drapes so naturally. I need to get that. Okay, we're going to review Ronan first because I don't think this is going to take a long time. So we're going to look at that head sculpt first because I really like head sculpts. That's what makes the figure pop for me. I think that if you were to apply a little bit more paint in the lower part of the face, this thing would stand out more. As it is, your eyes are drawn to the domino mask that he has and the white face. This is very comic accurate. I first saw this, I think, in a Guardians of Galaxy comic book or a Starjammer, or either that or the X-Men when they went out to space. I don't remember, but I needed to get the Ronan the Accuser because I do remember kind of being interested when I first saw the character. And I don't really see it that much. Pauldrons, nice design. Kind of like a showy plastic. I don't think this is bare plastic. I think it is painted, or at least it's painted to be shiny because it does match this one over here. Nice belt. Shiny legs. Boots are okay. Articulation is going to be hampered by the... Oh. I see. It just pegs onto that one, so you can't articulate the shoulder too much, or otherwise it will get unpegged. Not to worry, because it's gonna be plastic, you can just peg it back in. So I guess you can lift the shoulder that much until you break, unless you want to break off the shoulder. Not break off, but break off the sculpt. But that's a character design. I think it could have been done better. I think if McFarlane was doing this, they would attach the shoulder plates to the hinge of the shoulder so that it bends over, and this would be that's weird. It's weird for me to say this, but this would be made out of more gummier plastic. That way it would bend more for articulation, but that wasn't done. It does have head articulation a little bit. You can force it to twist more, but obviously we're going to start breaking the sculpt again. Not the sculpt or breaking it, but you know what I mean. It will break the design. Good twist forward, or good bend forward, slightly bend back. Is it double jointed? I don't think it is. Fairly tough. It's not double jointed. Single jointed, goes about that much. Has pins. Wow, that's it for the bend on the elbow. Does twist. You can get that much. Something is hindering it, probably the sculpt. So that's about it. Sideways. That's it for the back. And that's it for forward. Double jointed on the knees and pinned. Has a thigh swivel. No boot cut. Move forward and back, okay. And sideways. And the hammer. Detailed enough. Blue paint. So that's it for my $38 from Hasbro. Good representation of the comic book character. It will go fine with my collection. Am I happy that I paid $38 for it? Well, if you're comparing it to this figure, it doesn't seem worth it. But in terms of Marvel Legends prices, $38 for this figure size, maybe it should have been $29.99 in the older price range when Marvel Legends was $20. Maybe it could have gone with more accessories. I don't know. A better company would have surprised me with better accessories to come with it to increase the potential of posing the figure. But it is what it is, what we're getting with Hasbro right now. So that's it for Ronan Hasbro Legends, $38. Now we're going to the Neca figure, which is also for $38. We're going to start with head sculpts because you know I love head sculpts. We're going to go with the screaming head sculpt with Dracula. You just focus. Sorry for the lawnmower effect. There you go. Now for this one, maybe I think I would have liked a little bit more paint apps on the face, but you do see the shadows, you do see paints on the lips and the mouth and the teeth and the eyes. Very, very nice likeness of Bela Lugosi. This one is probably the neutral face. Yeah. With that. Amazing. A little bit shiny in the hair. Kind of distracting. You can see the seam lines fine, you know, that's okay. For something of this price, there's something to scale. You can repaint this figure and probably get a more lifelike painting and make this pop up more. But man, look at that expression. Has that smirk a little bit off to the side. That just adds character to this figure. And look at the detail on that medallion. You'll focus somehow. And I guess we can't get that detail. There you go. Then you have that little bow over here. I think this is just painted on, which is kind of a shame. I wish it had been a little bit raised because you can see it's painted on. Does have the best. Oh, look at that. It has these chains, golden chains, and painted buttons. Got the handkerchief over there. Nice sculpt on the jacket. Look at that ring on the hands. Oh man, I forgot. I should have been doing just accessories first, but you know. Some paint inconsistencies with these shininess. And let's see, does that follow through? Yep, nice. Got a nice stripe over here. This is what they used to do with those pants. Have a shiny stripe to the side. And there are the boots. Okay, before we go to articulation, we'll try to finish the accessories. Nice wash on the simple plate. And we'll go to this hands over here that we can replace with the other one. Does have the ring as well. I'm sorry about the background music. I'm just gonna talk louder so I can bury it. Grabbing hands, scary. And this hand is probably for the plate to hold the wine bottle. And here is the wine bottle. No labels as to tell what kind of wine it is. The goblets. This one is just regular plastic. Oh, we got blood in there, or some sort of red wine. This one I think could have been better with a little bit of washing. Right now it just looks very much like bare plastic. And the candelabra with the candle. Nice sculpt over there. I'm trying to see what that sculpt is. If there's any kind of design. It looks like a dragon of some sort. A design on that candle holder. And then the candle is nicely painted because even the tip, you can almost try to simulate flame over there. I'm going to skip this one and this one because that's just a base and a rod for this bat. Bat has blood in his fangs. Mean eyes. I see. Okay, so it's weird. The top part is barely any paint. It does have a brown wash over here, but the bottom part is where you see a lot more paint on the membranes, on the whatever you call this, on the bat, and some brown wash as well. And obviously the teeth are painted. I love that. And that's it for accessories. And I already talked about this cape, which I already love. And it's basically crowned by the plastic over here, which works as a clip, very similar to what we used to have with superpowers back in the day. And let's see how easy it is to put on. Yeah, look at that. Oh, look at that drape. Look at that. Okay, sorry, this is the wrong orientation to show you how well this thing drapes. Man, I really need to find out what this cloth is. Alright, I'm going to take off the cape right now because we do want to look at the articulation of this figure. Not a problem. As you can see with the construction of the head, where it has a neck joint and an actual neck joint, you have a great range of movement for this figure. Whoa. And the shoulder does up to there. Unfortunately, you can't avoid the fact that this is very thin hands, because you need to accommodate this much more than that. It does go all the way. This shoulder, elbow goes up to that much. Okay. And it does have a slight bicep swivel, which I don't want to force, but it does have it. Does it have anything? It does have a waist joint that allows you to look at that. Surprisingly bend forward, bend up, a rubbery body. This, I think, you know what? I'm betting this is where McFarlane got all the ideas for his rubber suit. It even has the diaper pants that some people talk about. But look at that. Oh my goodness. You don't need that much more twist on it because, it's not supposed to be like an action guy. But look. I'm loving the posability of this figure. I would say going forward, can you go up to there and you're going to see this much coming out of the pants. A little bit better on the side, but it breaks the sculpt. Single jointed knee, but that's, that's okay. A little bit up and down on the ankle. It does have a slight rocker. Okay, articulation wise, I believe all the articulation that you're ever going to need out of this figure is accomplished by this figure. Unless you're going to be posing him sitting down on a chair, in which case what you're going to see is something like that. If you're going to have him sitting on a chair and a table, in any case you can't do it, as you can see. and if you have him sitting on a chair, all this stuff will be under the chair anyway. So you can still accomplish it and not have an ugly sculpt break apart. So I am very happy with this figure. I believe it accomplished everything that it needs to do. I wasn't, I knew the bottle and 2 goblets, and this one was including with this one, but was it necessary for the figure? It's not, but I'm glad Neca put it in there, so it adds more to the possibility, the display factor that comes with this figure. For $38, well worth it. This is why I'm saying anything that's Neca producing is right now is very, very dangerous to me, because if it even touches any of the fringes of any subjects that I'm interested in, I'm so tempted to buy it. Now that I have almost all of their horror movies, I don't think I'm gonna get The Invisible Man. I wanted to, but I think I'm gonna wait until I see it in stores to see, because it seems kind of like hokey dokey. I think maybe a paint app will do it well. I'm debating on the Bride of Frankenstein, if I'm gonna get her, but I'm so happy with this one. I'm not gonna get the alternate version that has the top hat. This does it well for me. But like I said, any subject that's being touched by Neca, I wasn't originally gonna get a lot of the monsters that I got from Neca, but they're doing such a fantastic job. I'm almost tempted to get the Friday the 13th, Jason and Michael Myers, and I'm not even into that kind of horror movies. And like I said, even the Dungeons and Dragons, I don't know anything about this cartoon. I never grew up on it, but I had to get it because it's such a beautiful figure, such a beautiful paint job. The Back to the Future, that's my movie. I like watching the movie, but I had to tempt off on that one. They didn't really capture Michael J. Fox, I think. Man, if they ever came out with a vehicle for that size, I might actually get it. Every time I see E.T., I want to get it. Every time I see Alf, I want to get it, but they don't have a place for my collection. But Neca is growing out of its niche in my collection. McFarlane is bursting. I'm gonna switch it over really quick just to show you guys. That's the McFarlane stash in less than a month, or in a month's time. Yeah, they are just grabbing all kinds of stuff. I'm sorry about the mess on the floor, but I'm doing a lot of redo my collection, and obviously all these boxes that just came in is just, I need to get rid of them. I need to do the reviews really quick because I need to clean my room. This collection room has to be cleaned by in 2 weeks. Anyway, thank you for watching. In terms of the value, comparing Hasbro Marvel Legends, Ronan the Accuser, and Neca the Dracula, this is not a complaint video. I'm just presenting it as is, as I'm seeing. I'm not messing around with the price. This is the price that Hasbro put in their Ronan Accuser, which is $38, and this is the price that Neca puts out in their figure, which is $38. You might be thinking I'm not doing a fair comparison value, but 38 and 38, what else is there to say? You know what I mean? I'm not a big fan of classic horror movies. I know Bela Lugosi, and I don't think I've even watched this Dracula film, but the sculpt in this thing is so awesome. It's just very striking on any collection display that you're gonna put up. It's really a no-brainer, guys. This video comparisons, it's not to complain about Hasbro with you guys. This is more towards Hasbro, and I know they're not gonna watch my videos, but it's like, dude, what are you guys thinking when you're putting out $38 for this, and then $38 I'm getting this for $38? What are you guys thinking? Maybe you're a bigger company than Neca. You're massively producing this than this. Neca, you won't see it in normal stores that you would find Hasbro at. You won't see this on CVS. When you see this on CVS, You won't see this at Ross. You see this in Ross. And yet they're coming out with these awesome figures. So I don't know. Like I said, I'm getting very, very picky with Hasbro. The 5 villain pack that I got from the X-Men 60th anniversary, they gave me that one because it's a 5-pack. I needed the 2 figures from there. So that's it for my review. Stay tuned. I still have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 Masters of the Universe, 3 G.I. Joes, 1 well, I'm not going to do the Transformer review because I'm really bad at reviewing Transformers. I have the Hudson Neca coming up, and I'm finally done with the reviews. I can finally put this in where they belong, and I can finally get to cleaning my review area. Thank you for watching. I hope you found this enjoyable and educational. In your future collection, where is your collection going? Prices are going up, guys. I mean, unless you have a really large disposable income, prices are going up. The 60th anniversary X-Men is $135. $135, which is basically almost, okay, half of an old Hot Toys price value. At $260, you can get a basic Hot Toys value. At 3 times that, you're getting $390, which is a high quality Hot Toys figure. I'm just saying that at this price point, and it's still going up. We don't know how much higher these prices are going to be, but in my opinion, Hasbro is pricing themselves out of my collection range. They really are. And that's why I'm going onto these NECAs, because the value is still there as far as I'm concerned. That's why I'm going to the McFarlane figures. The value is still there, and I'm more towards a DC person than Marvel. My collection is mostly DC, and it's only recently that I got into Marvel Legends. I'd say less than 5 years. So anyway, guys, thank you for watching. I will see you soon again. Bye.